You are being influenced, and you don't even realize it. Every day, you're told that attraction comes from the outside: better body, better clothes, more money, more followers, more attention. So you grind, you upgrade your look, you post more, you try harder. But here's the uncomfortable truth: the people you find most magnetic, the ones who walk into a room and instantly command respect, the ones others want to be around, they are not chasing attention. They did something completely different. And the more desperately you chase attraction, the less attractive you become. Because needing it has a smell, and everyone can sense it. Today I'm going to show you the 7 habits that quietly turn ordinary people into magnetic ones. Habits rooted in ancient Stoic philosophy and modern psychology. Not tricks, not manipulation, not fake confidence. Real presence, real respect, real attraction. And habit number 5 is so counterintuitive that it might make you uncomfortable at first. But that discomfort is exactly where your power begins. Before we start, let me destroy one myth that keeps millions of people stuck. Most advice about attraction teaches you to perform, be louder, be more impressive, be more dominant, be more interesting. That may attract attention. But it doesn't attract quality, it attracts insecurity. It attracts people who are also chasing validation. True attraction is not about dazzling people. It's about making them feel something. When you're not trying, it's the difference between trying to be impressive and being grounded in who you are. One is action, the other is presence. Most people think stoicism means being cold, distant, emotionless, like a robot. That is completely wrong. True Stoics feel deeply. They simply control their reactions instead of being controlled by them. And nothing is more attractive than calm power in a chaotic world. So what we're building today is what I call the system of magnetic presence. 7 habits that work together to create a quiet gravity around you. You want to need to act confident. You won't need to chase. You won't need to impress. You'll simply become harder to ignore. Let's begin. Habit first, the attention paradox. Here's the first rule of attraction. The more you chase attention, the less you receive. And the more you stop chasing, the more people start watching. Think about it. The person constantly posting for validation. The person always trying to be noticed in meetings. The person who needs approval before making decisions. That energy feels weak. Not because they are weak, but because they are broadcasting need. Humans are wired to move away from need and move towards stability. Now imagine this scenario. You are in a group discussion. Everyone is talking, everyone is trying to sound smart, everyone wants to be seen. You have 2 options. Path A, you talk a lot, you push your opinion. You try to dominate the conversation, you get noticed, but forgotten. Path B, you listen, you observe, you speak. Only once or twice, but when you do, it matters. People lean in. After the meeting, who gets more private messages? Who gets more respect? Always path B. Why? Because attention is valuable only when it's selective. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." He didn't say you have power over people's opinions, because you don't. So stop spending energy trying to control what you can't. Practical challenge. For the next 24 hours, before responding in conversations, pause for 3 seconds. It will feel awkward. That's good. Watch what happens when silence enters the room. People reveal more. Your words carry more weight. That pause alone can change how people see you. Habit second, speak less, be felt more. Here's something no one teaches. People are not attracted to those who talk the most. They are attracted to those who make them feel most understood. Most people listen to reply, very few listen to understand. And when someone truly feels heard, they feel connected fast. That connection creates attraction. Think about great therapists, leaders, mentors. They aren't magnetic because they dominate conversations. They're magnetic because they give full attention. Now imagine 2 first dates. Person A talks about achievements, talks about goals, talks about their life. The other person learns a lot, but doesn't feel seen. Person B asks thoughtful questions, listen, remembers details, follows up. At the end of the date, the other person feels understood. Who gets the second date? Always person B. Epictetus said, if you speak more than you listen, you are losing. Because every time you speak, you show what you know. Every time you listen, you learn something new. But there's another layer here, and it's powerful, the power of mystery. The brain is attracted to what it hasn't fully figured out. When you explain everything about yourself immediately, there's no curiosity left. But when you leave space, when you don't overshare, people start filling in the blanks themselves. And curiosity is magnetic. Practical challenge. At your next social interaction, make half as many statements about yourself and ask twice as many questions. Watch what happens. People will call you interesting, even though you talked less. Habit third, visible. Emotional control. Nothing builds attraction faster than calm under pressure. Not fake calm, not emotional suppression, real regulation. When chaos hits and you stay steady, people feel safe around you, and safety is deeply attractive. Now imagine two coworkers under stress. Person A panics, complains, blames others. Person B pauses, thinks, starts solving problems. Who gets promoted? Who earns trust? Always person B. Seneca wrote, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Most stress comes from what might happen, not what is happening. And when you stop reacting emotionally to every trigger, people sense that you are grounded. That makes you powerful. Practical challenge. For the next 24 hours, every time you feel irritated or stressed, take 3 slow breaths before responding. That pause alone changes your entire nervous system response. Over time, calm becomes your default, and calm is contagious. Habit fourth, selective indifference. This is where most people fail. They want to be liked by everyone. That is impossible and exhausting. Magnetic people do not try to appeal to everyone. They know who matters to them and who doesn't. This is not arrogance. This is boundaries. When you are not desperate for approval, people start respecting you because respect follows self-respect. Picture a party. Person A changes personality depending on the group, laughs at jokes they don't find funny, agrees with opinions they don't hold, feels fake. Person B is authentic. Some people love them, some don't. They don't chase either group. Who seems more confident? Who seems more real? Always person B. Marcus Aurelius reminded, it never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own. Let that sink in. You value strangers' opinions more than your own. Values, that's backwards. Practical challenge. In the next 24 hours, make one decision without asking anyone for approval. Clothes, plans, opinions. Choose, act, move on. You feel lighter immediately. Habit fifth. Refusing small pleasure, the forbidden habit. This one changes everything, and most people will never do it. Here it is. You deliberately refuse small, easy validation, not because you're cold, but because you respect your time, energy, and priorities. When you accept every compliment, every invite, every distraction, you communicate, my time is cheap. But when you say no calmly and politely, you communicate, I choose my life intentionally. That signals power. Let's look at examples. Someone says, you're amazing, you're perfect. Most people reply, thank you so much, you too. That screams, I needed that, a grounded response. I appreciate that, but let's actually get to know each other first. Now there's mystery, now there's confidence, now there's respect. Another example. You're invited somewhere you don't really want to go. Most people, I'll come even though I don't want to. Or worse, they invent excuses. Powerful response. Thanks for the invite, but I'll pass this time. Let's catch up soon though. No apology, no guilt, just honesty. And here's the paradox. People respect you more when you don't always say yes. Seneca said, it is not because things are difficult that we do not dare, but because we do not dare that things are difficult. When you protect your priorities, others start valuing them too. Practical challenge. In the next 48 hours, say no once, politely and clearly. To something you would normally accept just to be nice. Watch how people treat you afterward. You'll be surprised. Habit 6. Comfort with not knowing. Here's an uncomfortable truth. Trying to look smart makes you less attractive. Truly confident people are comfortable saying, I don't know. And that openness creates connection, because when you allow others to teach you, they feel valued, and people are drawn to those who make them feel valuable. Epictetus said, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Your ego blocks learning, and ego kills attraction, because arrogance feels fragile, humility feels strong. Practical challenge. In your next conversation, instead of giving your opinion immediately, say, that's interesting. Can you explain more? Watch how the conversation deepens instantly. Habit 7. Competing only with your past self. This is the habit that sustains everything else. Most people destroy their confidence through comparison. Social media, coworkers, friends. There will always be someone richer, fitter, smarter, more successful. If you compete with others, you will always lose. Magnetic people compete only with who they were yesterday. They measure progress, not ranking. Marcus Aurelius wrote, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Focus on daily improvement, even 1%. Because momentum is attractive, growth is attractive, energy is attractive. Practical challenge. Choose one area of your life, health, career, learning, relationships. Improve it 1% today. That's it. Do that consistently, and your entire identity changes. How the system works together. When these habits combine, something powerful happens. You stop chasing validation, you listen deeply, you stay calm under pressure, you protect your boundaries, you choose discipline over easy pleasure, you stay humble and curious, you improve daily. That combination creates presence, and presence creates attraction, not because you're trying to be attractive, but because you are becoming grounded, stable, and self-directed. People are naturally drawn to that. Final 7-day reset plan. If you want to start today, day 1, pause before speaking. Day 2, ask more questions than you talk. Day 3, breathe before reacting. Day 4, make one decision alone. Day 5, say no once respectfully. Day 6, admit when you don't know. Day 7, improve one thing by 1%. Repeat weekly. Your life will not look the same in 3 days. Final message. Attraction is not built by adding things to yourself. It's built by removing desperation, insecurity, and noise. You don't become magnetic by performing. You become magnetic by becoming centered. And when you stop trying to be impressive, that's when people finally notice you. Your video on Stoic habits and magnetic presence, designed to boost CTR, retention, and discoverability.